Yoda back at it again with the hacks. What is up? Welcome back to another Whisker Gang Whisker Chan banger video. Y'all already know what's going on. Whisker Chan in the building. What is up, everybody? And in today's video, it's going to be a little bit more different than my normal videos, than my videos going on concepts, my videos going on speculations. We're going to show off some gameplay, and for a specific reason. You're probably saying, why, Whisker Chan? Why is sudden difference in, videos and whatnot? Well, with the release of Xiao and Hu Tao coming really soon in 1.3, most likely Hu Tao in 1.3, we will be going over one of the most insane duos that could be with them if you want to run a energy battery team. Yeah, you heard me, an energy battery team. And the reason I'm talking about this is because of how Xiao works now. It's kind of different. Now, Hu Tao is not really like, she just came out. Most of her information is brand new, so I definitely know that most of it is scheduled to change. But as for Xiao, he's coming to the point where he's almost finalized, since they have the closed beta test 1.3 that they have him in, and they're tinkering with him and making sure that he's more of a balanced unit than more of a broken unit. So for sure he is almost done. So I want to go over actually both of them and how this energy battery, yes, you don't know who it is, it's a mystery character. I'm pretty sure everybody knows who it is from the thumbnail though, so it's really not a mystery. But we're going to explain exactly how Albedo is the energy battery for Xiao and for Hu Tao in this video. And we're going to show some gameplay and show how the energy battery in action works, right? And also, I definitely do feel like this team is going to be a used team for sure, especially for how Xiao works now. So yeah, so let's go ahead and get into this video. But before we do, if you are new to the channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button down below. Join the subscribers on the grind to 2,300 by hitting that subscribe button down below. And smash the like as well, and hit the notification bell so you can get all of my daily uploads and be notified of them, so you can watch them and support if you want to. Support like the Whisker Gang. Be part of the Whisker family. You already know what it is in the Whisker Kingdom. Yes, sir. Baby Yoda on top. Whisker Chan on top. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and get into this video. First things first, I want to explain a little bit about Xiao. Not actually his whole kit, but I want to explain how his burst works in like detail. For the players out there that don't know what happened to him, basically, he used to have a burst that was basically spammable. You didn't really need an energy battery on the team, and I'm pretty sure right now you still don't need an energy battery, but having one would be very, very sufficient, especially for, Xiao and how he literally depends on his Yaksha form. His normal attacks and charge attacks are not like, they're for stalling basically. You don't really like get all your damage out of that. What you get all your damage out of is your Yaksha form once you have Xiao, right? So, and for everybody summoning for Xiao, you know that. So as you can see, his Yaksha mask does it greatly increases jumping ability. It increases attack AoE and damage, and it converts all his damage into animal damage, which cannot be overridden by any other elemental infusion, and he will continuously lose current HP, as you can see down here. So, and this form will end when the duration ends or when he leaves the field. So anyway, the reason why I say he needs an energy battery for this is because the cost, it used to be 60, then it went to 80, then it went to 70. Now this is not steep, but considering how his energy is going to be recharged, like, I feel like definitely if you run an energy recharge combo on him, it would be good, but you really don't need to do that. You need to actually prioritize crit damage, animal damage, and attack percent for this character in general. So I feel like definitely, in my opinion, he has a very steep energy cost for a form that he basically depends on. Now, he can get his energy back pretty decently fast by himself with his static wind cycling, and I'm pretty sure once you're in this form, if you do charge attacks, you get energy particles back as well, similar to how Child does that. But they might not do that for him. It might not work like that, but if it does, he's going to be able to get it back pretty fast. But it's not going to be fast as in, oh, like as soon as I get out of this form, I'm going to be able to do it again. It's not that fast. Now, we have Albedo, which can help us do that. I'm going to show some gameplay and show exactly what I mean by that. Show how fast he helps you get back your burst and show how he gives energy. He's literally an energy battery. So he's like really, really good. And the fact that he scales off the defense with his energy battery move, right? So if you build him as a sub DPS and you build defense, that's fine. Because most people, or some people, do a lot of defense and have a lot of defense artifacts and put them on him, and then boom, they're going to throw out his skill. It's going to do tons of damage since it is based off defense. But the only problem is when you do your elemental burst, it's not going to do a lot of damage because your elemental burst is not based off defense. But that's not the problem when you have sub DPS Albedo. You really want, you really do want his burst damage to be up there with his skill damage. But for most people out there, y'all are thinking, look, as long as I have that skill damage up, have as much damage on that, that's what's going to be on the field most of the time, even though I am going to be spamming elemental burst as well, because of how he literally recharges all the energy on the team. I'm still going to do mainly the elemental skill. Well, I feel like definitely you should go for attack percent, and you can go for some defense, but attack percent is just a safe option because it applies to his skill as well as his burst. But anyway, without that in mind, like I was saying, basically his price is a little steep, and this video is basically saying, yeah, if you have Albedo, you could basically just like skyrocket with this burst. You could get his burst back really fast, and it's going to be very beneficial, definitely. So anyway, let's go ahead and go into Albedo, explain some of his movesets and whatnot, and then go into the gameplay. Okay, so guys, we have our boy Albedo right here, as you can see. Now let's go over a little bit about him, okay? So if you didn't know, and if you did not summon on this character, he is absolutely an insane support for like you can literally, I'm telling you, like he literally will make your damage like way more. And I'm not being exaggerated. I'm saying that after your subsequent combos and whatnot, he's gonna do additive damage every 2 seconds that this persists. Now, if you don't know what this is, basically this is an elemental skill called Solar Isotama. It has the following properties: when enemies within the Solar Isotama field take damage, the Solar Isotama will generate transient blossoms, which deal AoE geo damage. The damage it scales off of Albedo's defense, right? The transient blossoms can only be generated once every 2 seconds, which is basically really good considering that the duration of this skill is 30 seconds, guys. That's half a minute. So anyway, when a character is located at the locus of the Solar Isotama, it's basically an elevator. You can stand on it and it'll float up, and you can do plunge damage, or if you have Klee, you could just throw out a whole bunch of Jumpty Dumpties and just throw out a whole bunch of little pyro balls, right? So anyway, like I was saying, mine's only level 6 right now, but the skill's damage 183%. The transient blossoms, that's like when you put the skill out, it does a raw damage if you're near the opponent. You smack it out, it's going to do raw damage. I'm going to show it in the gameplay and whatnot. So I just want to commentate everything right now, because in the gameplay I just want y'all to look and see everything and see how the energy recharges and everything. But anyway, the skill damage is 183% once you slap it down, and then the transient blossom damage when they're inside the circle and they every 2 seconds is 187%, right? And it's based off his defense. The more defense you have, the better. And duration, like I said, is 30 seconds, and the skill cooldown is 4 seconds, meaning you can spam this. Literally, you're never gonna run out of this, meaning you could just like constantly be an energy battery for your team, and especially for Xiao. And considering how he doesn't have a lot of, what do I want to say, he doesn't have a lot of, you know, reactions he could go like crazy on, since he is an animal user or animal character. So actually having this on the team for energy battery to just like get his elemental burst back fast, since that's what he's based off of, is literally going to be really key. And I feel like that's why Albedo and Xiao are going to be an insane comp. Now we have his elemental burst, which shouldn't really matter, but it's still extra damage, especially for if you want to use him as a sub DPS. The elemental burst damage is 514% once it just smacks. And then if you have a Solar Isotama on the field before you do his elemental burst, it will do fatal blossom damage, which has 100% of each flower that blooms, and there's a total of 7 fatal blossoms that bloom once you do this right here. So it's gonna ting, it's gonna do a whole bunch of damage. We're gonna show in the video. The cooldown is 12 seconds, the energy cost is 40, so he's gonna be getting his burst back extremely fast, which is why I say don't go all the way based off of defense. Go based off of attack a little bit, because if you go based off of attack, it's gonna just be basically better worldwide. So this is what I'm using on mine. I have this attack plus 46%. I got really lucky with crit damage, but it's not like 20%, so it's not that good. And then we got we didn't get that lucky with this, but we are planning on, you know, fixing this up. I think we have a gold artifact, but it has no crit damage, which is why I'm not using it really, and I really need a lot of crit damage. And also we have the crit damage logos right here, which doesn't have any crit damage at all. It just has a crit rate of almost 10% and a lot of crit damage. So I feel like definitely the character, you need to build him. You can build him off of defense if you want, but as you can see, let me find it. We have defense plus 21.9% on our logo, so we're gonna be doing a considerable amount of damage. I got really lucky with that, even though it's not lucky at all, but it's really lucky. And I got defense plus 13 right here, and we got defense plus 58, defense plus 5.1%, and then we have no defense on this and defense plus 21. So, and I haven't leveled this up yet, so it's not like I could have defense on this as well, more defense. So what I'm saying is basically we have a lot of defense, so we're going to be doing a considerable amount of damage because of how this scales off of defense. And we're also going to be doing a lot of damage since we have a attack stat artifact, which is going to apply to both the skill and the elemental burst. So that's literally, this is the build you really want to go for. I don't know about all defense. Some people probably go for it and it probably is really, really good. But at the same time, like I said, he's still going to be spamming burst, and you want a really, really good burst damage. So like, because for how fast you can do it, you just want a good burst damage. My crit damage is only 129 and crit rate is 23.7. Now, once we do this gameplay, I'm going to eat some crit rate food to get my crit rate up, because I don't have the best crit rate, and I really wanted crit rate to be consistent on Albedo, but it's not as consistent. But we're going to eat some crit rate food, and we're going to get consistent crits and whatnot. We're going to show this gameplay off. So anyway, this right here, look at the radius of this. First off, once you're in this field and you attack enemies, it's literally going to, I'm sorry about that, it's literally going to every 2 seconds do some geo damage. And once that geo damage happens, you know what happens? You're gonna proc a reaction of boom, crystallize. If you have a reaction based character, like after you swap off of Albedo, say for example you swap to Bennett and then you go for a elemental skill. I am so sorry about the FPS. We go for elemental skill, then after that, boom, it's going to cause a elemental reaction, and it's going to cause crystallize, and then once crystallize is caused, that's when it's going to drop a shield fragment, and we're going to put that shield on, and it's going to, you know, help us out and shield us and increase our res and whatnot. So I feel like definitely that's insane. And not only that, is when you're in this field, you're going to increase, you're literally going to get so much energy back for your main DPS that you're using, as well as Albedo. And Albedo is not even going to be on the field. You're still just going to be getting so much DPS, not so much DPS, so much energy back for him. That's why it's important to go for attack stat on him, especially for a sub DPS. That's what I feel like. So definitely, guys, like I said, it's going to be insane. He's going to be able to shield you. He's going to be able to get your energy back really fast. He's going to be able to do additive damage to your combos after you do your combos. And if you have a really good crit damage build on your Albedo, it's going to be even better. And yeah, overall, he's just the best support DPS really right now. Best energy battery support DPS, in my opinion. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into this gameplay. I think I've explained enough. And right now, this sword, you could have a better sword on your Albedo. My sword is not the best. I'll show you exactly. It's really good, but in my opinion, I would like to run something with attack probably, but that's just my opinion. But what I have only really right now, because I have my Bennett running my attack weapon, which is like my main. Let me see. Yeah, this one right here I haven't leveled up a lot, but it's really what I would have run on him, but I can't do that. I knew I Bennett to have that. Anyway, we have the Festering Desire, and it is Refinement 5. If you didn't Refinement 5 yours in the event, you should do it now as fast as possible. Anyway, we have a base attack of 449, and the energy recharge is really good, but you really don't need it considering that he only literally needs 40 energy to get his elemental burst, and it's not that important. That's why I would opt for attack percent, because he gets it back either way. But this is good because it increases the elemental skill damage by 32% and increases the elemental skill crit rate by 12%, which is what's going to be on the field mainly. You're just going to be throwing out that a lot. So this is why this is really good in my opinion. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this gameplay. So yeah, in my opinion, it's absolutely insane the DPS he can do, as well as the support he could give on energy recharge. The character that you have on the field will get, like, the character you have on the field once you have this elemental skill out is the character that's going to get all the energy. It's going to get a lot of energy back, as well as like literally the team. It's just going to get a lot of energy recharge back from how he works, how he's an energy battery, and it's just absolutely insane to me, and I love it. I love his passive as well. How it's just so good. It's like he's meant to be a DPS, but he's meant to literally completely support the team, like 100% do more damage for the team. Because as you've seen, when I attacked enemies in the circle, not only was I getting energy back for my character or my main DPS, as well as Albedo, I was also doing additional damage after my combos with the damage that happened every 2 seconds from his transient blossoms. So, and I have a lot of defense, so it did a considerable amount of damage. It didn't do that much, but it did a lot of damage, and I feel like definitely that had a big part in this. And I really love how, like, literally it's completely supporting the damage. It's completely supporting your elemental burst, getting your elemental burst back really fast, and it's completely supporting defending yourself and increasing your res depending on the elemental reaction you cause from the crystallize. And it's just the more damage. It's insane. And you saw how fast he got his elemental burst back to spam it as well. And it's just, he's just insane. He's absolutely a madman. I feel like definitely, guys, this is the character you want to run next to your Xiao 100%. This could even work with a Hu Tao comp 100% if you want to try that. But I feel like definitely this character is more of a Xiao because it's simply because of how Crystallize and Animo work. Or Crystallize and Swirl, or Geo and Animo. It's how they work. They don't have a lot of elemental reactions, but they don't really need elemental reactions when they can do things like this right here, and it's just insane. Even though the elemental reactions are still both really useful, Swirl is useful, even though it's not going to be able to have any infusion with Xiao since he is not a support character, he's a main DPS. And then also, you know, Crystallize is very useful for increasing your res against a particular element. So I feel like definitely he's going to be the ultimate duo for Xiao 100%. I don't have the best build on mine, and I'm still currently working on a lot. But that is really about it for this video. I definitely feel like if you have Albedo, you should pair him with 100% pair him with Xiao. He's gonna get his energy back really fast, and I feel like he's just so good. He's really good. And if you have a better build than this, he's gonna be even better, considering like he's gonna do more damage, and when you have him off field, he's gonna do more damage with transient blossoms and whatnot. He's just gonna be a way better unit. He's gonna help with support, DPS, energy, everything. So you're gonna get burst back really fast. So I'm really happy that I could be able to show this. I'm happy that I got Albedo to show this video, because 100% he's gonna be so good with Xiao. He's gonna be good. But anyway, guys, that's really about it for this video. I hope you did enjoy, and definitely it's gonna be an insane duo. I'm gonna try it as soon as Xiao drops. I'm gonna have Albedo and Xiao ready, gonna have their builds ready. I'm gonna fix up Albedo's build a little bit more because it's not as optimal as it can be right now, considering that, you know, his crit damage is pretty decent, but his crit rate is not that good. I need at least like 40 or 50% crit rate and at least 150%, you know, crit damage. But anyway, guys, without further ado, thank you for everybody who came out to watch this video. I hope you did enjoy it, and I hope this did give you some insight if you do have Albedo and you are going for Xiao, if you have enough Primal Gems, or if you're pay to play and you went for Albedo and you're going for Xiao anyway. So I really do hope this does help you, and I hope this does open your eyes to see that this is an insane energy battery for the team, as well as it's going to be an insane energy battery for Xiao, considering how his energy has been nerfed a little bit, but buffed. But it's also been nerfed. So it's going to be insane for extra damage, for energy recharge, spamming Xiao's Yaksha form like they did in closed beta test. It's going to be similar to that, but not as broken as that. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, smash that like button down below. Comment down below what you think about this and who you think is going to, like, if you think this is going to be an insane energy battery for the Xiao team comp and whatnot. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one, and peace out.